Welcome back to another episode of a very basic space program. I'm on the science screen because I'm just looking at what we've actually still got to do, and you can see for the actual real sort of stuff that we need. I mean, this stuff at the end here, all these 1,000-point ones, we could do these, but there's nothing in them. They're all empty. So we're really looking at, like, even that one's empty. We're really looking at the ones that are sort of here. These ones, I think, there's one solar panel left for, I think, is it Orion. These things are empty. You got nothing in there, nothing in there. So potentially we have to get that one, which is an extra almost 600. But then we got these. You can see we've got most. We're getting a long way with the science, is what I'm trying to say. If you want to see a tech tree that's a lot less than this, go and check out the new series, Small British Steps. It's a hark back to the days of the British and some interesting engines they potentially developed. And it's a look at the new programs and launch complexes version of RP-1. So might interest you. See what you think of it. Anyway, we need to get some science. So I think we're going to land some stuff on Venus and possibly Mars, and possibly resupply some of our crew in orbit before they starve. So please join me. So you can see on our little calendar on the left-hand side there, we've got the Venus Rover 1, Venus Rover 2 in the next 5-6 days. Then in about 30 days, we're going to bring back the Lunar Gateway crew. We have Luro 2 has got some science we've got to do some stuff with. We just got to move it. I probably won't even put that on camera. Then we've got the Mars rover. I have no idea why I called it Muro. It should be Miro or Maro. Maro should be what it actually is. That's in about 90 days. We've got the other one just after that 150 days. But interestingly, we have also got, because I forgot to put this on the schedule, Earth Gateway resupply in about 150 days. I have to do it before that date. We've actually got 200 days of supplies on there. But the crew, I want to stay up for a year. So if we look further down here, we've got the year marker there. So 356 days to go. Yeah, that means I have to resupply them. Otherwise, they don't make it. It would be the problem. So we'll send up at least one resupply. We might need to send up two, but we can figure it out once we get that one up there. So we have the vessel being built. I should probably have pre-built it before sending that mission up. So we've got a cat going up. We've got a cog there. We've also got another cog that's going to go to the Lunar Gateway because it's on a bigger launch vessel. It's the cog 6A instead of the cog 4E, because the cog 4Es, you get the idea. They're based on the crewed version. So I remember which one's which. Okay, right. Anyway, let's go check out Venus and what's going on there, I think. All right, so here we are with Vero 1, and we're just into the sphere of influence of Venus, and we've got a few things we've got to do. First of all, we've actually got to get to Venus. So we have got to, Vero 2 will come into the sphere of influence. It's about 15 hours from now. So we're going to get ourselves to Venus as best we can. So we're going to warp to about there. We don't currently have signal because the craft is designed to use the relays around Venus. So we need to actually get to those relays, obviously. We're going to just cancel that. Keep going, thank you. Get past all of this stuff. We know that Vero 2 should be in the sphere of influence because this is actually communicating with it. So we want to just bring this in as close as possible. Slow it down a bit. There we go. We want to get into about here, I think. Warped here. When we get a signal. There we go. We have signal now. Right. We're going to now, let's bring stuff together. Put this on retrograde. Turn the RCS on. And we're going to go for physical time warp. There we go. And I want to now, you see we've got 100, if you can see it down the bottom, perhaps it's 130 kilometers. I want to pull it down a bit. So we're going to fire the RCS on this stage. We've got a big chunk of RCS, I think, on this stage still, haven't we? Yeah, we've got loads of it. We're going to take it down to, I want to say 100, but do I want to do a one-pass re-entry or just want to go for it? I think I just want to put it down. So let's just go for 95? 100. 95 is low. Let's go for 100. I think we'll be alright at 100. I think we will capture at 100, I hope. We might end up going around the orbit again, but maybe that's a good thing. Take a bit of heat out of the system, as it were. Right, so that's done. Then we're going to decouple, turn around to the other thing, which is this bit here, and then we're going to just do that. And I want to do a little bit of that. There we go. There we go. Right. And then this thing, we're going to put it on surface. Hello. Well, we've got all the stuttery. I am in physical time warp, I suppose. Surface minus. Get the old RCSs on. Good. What if I put it on surface positive? Oh, it does work. Right. Okay, so it is working. Right, good. Always good to check. Right, we are good. This, you'll notice it looks a bit blurry at times, and it's stuttering. The game is having trouble, okay? The game is having trouble now. Right, so we're going to come in. I'm going to take it to there. Before we do that, we're going to put it onto 1 times. We're going to take it to about there. So warp here. There we go. Now, the important thing is, well, you'll notice we've kept that probe data. Hello, where am I? We've kept that probe in the Kerbal alarm clock because we can use it as a marker. We can use it as a marker to see if we actually start to slow down. You see the difference in our times? That should increase as we capture into the atmosphere, is the hope. That's the hope. Okay, that's what I'm saying. That is the hope. So you see at the moment, there's almost 0 difference in the time. It's 1 day, 12 hours, 51 minutes. So we should see that increase as we start to get caught in the old atmosphere. Right, we're going to physical time warp this up a little bit just until we hit the old atmosphere. Right. Here we go. Coming in for 900, 850, 800, 750, 700, 650, 600, 550, 500, 450, 400, 350, 300, 250, now 200. I think it's going to be about 140 or something that we actually, 145 I think it is we start, so it should be coming in any second. There we go. Right, our RCS is going to kick in, try and straighten us up because we've rolled a bit because we're in time warp, we weren't in physical time warp. Right, so we're coming in. We're going to knock it up a little bit. It's 2 times speed just because we know Venus is going to be slow. So you can see our surface velocity is going up, but our time to departure is separating. We've now got 6 minutes, 10 minutes. Oh, it's built up a bit there. That's good. We're going to jump away from that to normal speed. Right, we're down to 110 kilometers up. We're starting to get some heating effects right now. That's nice. I like that. We just don't want it to be too much too soon. Don't want too much too soon. Just hold it there, please, people. Okay, we are getting a lot of heating. So this, I think this is going to capture. We've got to 2 days now. Come on, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, 6 days, 24. It's gone. We're gonna be capturing now. Whether we come back out the atmosphere is another debate. So let's have a look. We have. Yeah, it's rolling down nicely. I think we're going to be coming in. I think we're going to be landing. I think it's going to be direct land. Okay, that's not bad. Is it? Yes, it is, because our periaps is dropping and pulling us down. We're about at our lowest point now, and we've still got to make our way back up. So I think we're going to be okay with this. I think this is going to be okay. I think we're going to start. Yeah, we're starting to go up now, but we're now going to start killing our velocity as well, which is brilliant. This is almost perfect. So what was that? Was 100? So we may do a path back around the planet, but I don't think we're going to. I think we're going to do a skip out of the out. You know, we're going to do a skip glide, basically with a blunt body re-entry. But that's, I'm not sure if that's. I suppose it's Apollo-esque. So Apollo would roll a little bit, have an offset center of mass, come at it at an angle, and it would jump back out. Here we just carried our speed through the periaps, and any moment we're going to start seeing that we're actually going to head back down. 1.1, 1.1. Let's have a look. There we go. So at 900, 800, 700, 600, 543. Soon we're going to get to our new apoapsis, which is going to be 30, 24. There we go. Apoapsis has been almost reached in 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Yeah, so all of this time we're killing it. We're getting closer to our new apoapsis, and then we're just going to drop down. So this is really nice entry, actually. Note to self, if doing this, 100 kilometers. That's the marker for capture. If we went about 115, possibly would have skipped out, and that might have been good actually. If we were taking a crewed craft and we wanted to put it into orbit with a big heat shield, 115 might have been about right. I think 120 with something like this would have been too high. I don't think we'd have got the slowdown we want. Right, so we've now gone past our periaps, and we're down to actually a reasonably low speed. This is low orbit around Earth re-entry sort of velocity now. I mean, you still need a heat shield for it, but we're doing well. If I remember rightly, these are broken, aren't they? Let's have a look. Broken, yeah. So we will have to edit the wheels to fix them, and yes, I will do that once we've landed. I should have done it while they're in orbit, but I always think they're going to trigger when they have these things go off. So we'll fix it when we get back, when we're down on land, and then we can see what happens. Right. Down now we're not losing as much because we don't have as much to lose. I think we can speed this up a bit. I think still traveling at 5,000 meters per second. I suppose we're dipping back down now. We're going to get a bit of drag going on there. Is that good? That looks nice. I like that. That's good stuff. 4,000. Still going at a stupidly high speed. Remember, this is very high speed. Parachutes are not deployable at all, obviously. We have the ability to decouple that heat shield, and we will do it once I think it's okay to do it. But it's nowhere near it at the moment. I think we really need to hit down. We are taking a lot of energy out of this though. Look at that. We should check this. So we have used 200 units of ablator, something like that. No, yeah, used 200, got 160 of charred back. Is there a ratio difference? I suppose you lose some of it, don't you? Okay, so you lose a bit of mass, but you keep some charred ablator mass in amongst it. Okay, so you about, what, 40, so about 20% of it, is that right? 20% of it sort of is lost. Right, we are coming down quite nicely. I think we're ready to decouple the old heat shield. I'm not sure that's going to work very well for us, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. So now we're still going pretty fast, aren't we? And we're still high up. I mean, this is Venus after all. It's gonna be a long episode for us. Right, let's do that, and I think it's time to decouple now. There you go. Ooh. Oh dear. That's gone horrendously wrong. Yeah. So the landing platform has gone. The plan was to use the landing platform and drive off it. So what we've learned is don't do that, pretty much. What we can do is... oh dear. Deployment failure. Okay, velocity. View. Chase. No, locked. Thank you. Right, we're going to pull that up. Okay. Right, arm parachute. Right, they're now armed. You should have used action groups for that. Right, so this thing is now falling at a reasonable speed. It's not gonna die, obviously. Have I got power to do data acquisition? We do have signal, so we can get it to do stuff. So get all of these things on, I think. That. Yeah, we'll do a surface sample while we're falling. What's the invalid situation? You can't do that because... well, tell me about it. Where can you do it? You can only do it in space. Well, why have I got it attached then? Why was it not doing it when it was in orbit? What about this one? Yeah, why is that attached? I don't need that. Okay, and what about this one? Where's this one valid at? Landed. Oh, you can't do it in atmosphere. Okay. Mass spec is running, temperature's running. Is there anything else? Surface sample is doing something, stuff and things. Right. Okay, we're gonna speed this through now. See what happens. Oh, it's slowed down its spin. Obviously, something is doing something. So we've got a load of equipment on this that are of no use whatsoever. Absolutely brilliant. Surface analysis, I suppose we can do. Temp scan, at least we can do that. We can actually get a big chunk of temp scan data done. There you go. Temperature and mass spec are building up, I suppose. It's better than nothing. Better than nothing. And I suppose some of those we can do on the ground. We can complete missions, and we should actually have a look. So where's the... That's assuming this thing lands. Let's have a look. We have got... where's it gone? Venus orbital science? No, Venus. Did we not? Oh, we didn't get into orbit. Oh dear, that's a good point actually. We didn't put it in orbit. Where's my Venus lander? Do I not have a Venus lander? Orbital Venus. Right, before we try the next one, we'll actually take the Venus landing mission. I don't know if you have to have a new craft. If I don't need to have a new craft, I'm going to be annoyed if I need to have a new craft, because it means I haven't taken it. And that is an annoying thing. Right, okay. What we doing like, what we're looking like for perpetual electricity? Of course we do. Of course we do. Right. I'm going to let this thing spin its way down in the dark. Obviously there are bits of it floating down with it, and we will see what happens. Well, we have been getting pressure scan data all the way down. So we've got pressure scan data, we've got temperature scan data. Did we have a mission for an atmospheric probe? I don't think we did. I think we've completed that, haven't we? I'm going to have to check that as well, because technically the orbital science probe is the only one I've got, and that's the one we're not going to be doing. Brilliant. Yeah, technically I think we would have completed a few of them there. So I'm going to have to check back, and if we had them and I've forgotten to take them, I'll have to debate whether I'm going to allow myself to take them. We have slowed down a lot. Oh, you can see the surface has appeared. How exciting. We're about 23 kilometers up. There's some wreckage there. There's going to fall down. It's probably heat shield. Oh, yeah. Yes. I'd love to say that the heat shield issue was planned and it was designed to make this landing more interesting. It wasn't. Right, let's let it go another 20 kilometers and then check back on it, I think. Right, so we've just heard the explosions of other parts of this thing hitting the surface. Obviously, we are getting a bit down there. You can see there's something else down there. I think it's about to hit any moment. It's 8.4 kilometers ahead of us. Oh, it's actually landed, I think. Is it actually? Are we getting closer to it? No, it's gone. No, yeah, we are getting closer to it. So we're currently, let's just check, 13 kilometers up from the sort of lowest point on the planet, 7 kilometers above the ground here. That's 8 kilometers, so that's under the ground then, or it's, I suppose, an angle to us. I don't think it's that much of an angle though. You can see there's some bits of debris there, so we're probably going to end up landing on something that we've brought in. My concern at the moment is that the parachutes are showing red, and I don't know if that's because we've got physical time warp going on or what. The trigger time, safety, dangerous. Is it? Must go downwards to deploy. 2,000 meters. Why is it dangerous to deploy right now? What is the danger? Let's disarm that parachute. Why is there a problem? What is the problem with this? Is it because it's in physical time warp? Is it the pressure? Wow, that's an interesting spin now we've now developed. Oh, hello. If I arm that, does it fix it? What if I disarm that? Is it some weird thing to do with why is it considered dangerous? That's what I want to know. We're 5 kilometers up, the atmosphere's thick. What sort of parachute are we using? Nylon. Oh. Should be Kevlar. Yeah, it should, shouldn't it? I'm willing to bet the parachutes are gonna have a problem due to the temperature. And they should. They should have a problem due to the temperature. We should have put Kevlar parachutes on this. I can't believe I put nylon on. I don't believe nylon will survive. So I think this is a failed mission, and I think its sibling craft is a failed mission as well. Which is a problem. Yeah, that's a big problem. It's a huge problem, in fact. Unless I changed the other craft and put something else on it, but I don't think I did. Yeah, this is that. It's a stupid mistake. That's a using imperial instead of metric sort of level of mistake, isn't it? What is going on with our altitude? It is like, are we actually falling? We are. Are we on the edge of a cliff? No, we're getting weird aero effects going on. Let's have a check of the old science situation. I suppose we are not doing that because mass spec, is that... Can I bring that in? Is that the mass spec? What is it? Oh, it's the magnetometer, isn't it? Where's the magnetic scan? It's that one, isn't it? Do that. Does that help it at all? It does, a little. Although we're doing the going back up again thing. So the interesting thing for this is its velocity is really changeable. So I don't know what's going on with it. It doesn't know what's going on with itself right now. We are 3 kilometers up. The parachutes are just going to melt, aren't they? They are just going to melt. It's the temperature, and we've messed up. We've put the wrong sort of parachutes on. I don't even know if we should attempt to land the other one or try and capture it into orbit and then do the orbital science thing with it. Comment down below, what would you do right now? Because I'm thinking this thing's going wrong. Let's have a look. Can we... They're both armed, so they're going to trigger parachutes due to aeroforce and heat. Yeah, so the parachutes have gone. Right, so now it's just a case of this thing hitting the ground at potentially 30 meters per second or 5 meters per second. It could be either of them. We don't know what it's going to be. It might survive, it might not. What we do know is it doesn't have probably any chance of surviving, and the parachutes were completely useless. I mean, if we'd have built it like, was it Venera, one of the Venera ones that just basically, I don't think they use parachutes in the end. If we built something like that, that might be a good idea for Venus. We are coming down with a bit of a... Well, we've got some heat build-up. That's interesting. We're going to get down to very low, and then we'll put it on the... Yeah, it does. It's flopping around a lot, isn't it? It doesn't like it. We are coming down. I don't know how much like vertical velocity it's going to have. I don't know if it's consistent or not. Right. When we get to about 200, we're just going to put it into normal speed and see what happens. This has been a horrible descent. Right. Let's have a look. What we're doing. You're gonna fall on the wrong side, aren't you? That's what's going to happen. That's okay. The wheels are going to rip off, and we're going to have just nothing. Maybe we'll be able to get some science out of you. As long as the power's still on. Come on. Oh my lord. You are kidding me. What on earth? There is some weird phantom force going on here. Hold on a second. Put the brakes on. Hello. What on earth is going on with you? What on earth are you doing? Wow. Do that. Hold it for a second. We all saw that, didn't we? What is going on? Resume. Turn things off. We've got no signal. We have signal. We don't have signal. Why have we now lost signal? I can't get away from this, can I? I can't actually. I can't force it away. It's just. Oh, hello. Right, I'm going to jump away to the Space Center, see if we can fix this. Oh, actually, you know what? Will it let me do it now? No, it won't. No, actually, I don't want it that way around. Go on. Wait until we get the other way around. That's it. Pin it in position. Right. Space Center it. Right, so we are in the Space Center again. We're looking at the missions before we go back. Hopefully that fixes itself. Yeah, I didn't take the rover. Do we need a new one? No, we do not. So we're going to accept that straight away. And do we have an atmospheric analysis? We don't. So we've done it for Venus already. Okay. Oh, the orbital crewed ones are available. That is tempting. I quite like the look of that. I think we may have to look at that. The flyby and crew for Venus and Mars. I think it'd be rude not to. Phobos landing crewed. If we're going to Mars, we're going to go and land on Phobos at least. Maybe not on Mars itself, but on Phobos definitely. Right, let's go. Do we go and see if it's fixed itself? Let's go and see if it's fixed itself. Right, we have gone back to the surface, and it's just fallen, and it seems to be okay. We've got a little bit of overheating on stuff and things. Let's actually have a look. We are on the dark side. There is no... Oh, there's the Pathfinder lander there. We're on the dark side. It's going to be a long time until we get anything. There's the other Pathfinder. Is it Pathfinder lander 1, Pathfinder 2, and that's 3. So we're right in the middle of them, actually. We are... Let's have a look. Where are we? Is it surface info? No. Is it orbit info? Venus's Highlands. How exciting. We are going to have to run forward time a bit, but what we're going to do is we're going to go and get VRO 2 involved, because we need to bring that down as well, don't we? And maybe this time we won't kill it. Now we do know the parachutes are going to fail, but potentially, let's go to it. Potentially, it's going to be okay. Right, so here we are with VRO 2. We need to get this somewhere sensible. What we're looking at the moment. It's got a periaps of 71. I think that is a little close. So we will aim to bring it a little bit in, and then we'll try and bring that up a bit, I think is what we're going to be looking at. There we go. Oh, hello. Right, I would like you to go retrograde. I'd like to turn your RCS on. Actually, can we make that happen? RCS on. Ooh, everything is... What is going on with you here? Hello. Oh, we're still in physical time warp, that's why. So turn that off. Get me in retrograde. Get the RCS on. There we go. That's better. Obviously, we've got no liquid hydrogen left. That has got long gone in its long journey. What we will do is turn on all of the things that we have here. There we go. Turn all of those on. Why they are not running already, I don't know. Should have had them running. How terrible of us. Let's see. Do we want to come in straight away, or do we? I'd quite like to try and do a skip on this one. So did we say 110? 110. Well, we were at 1 last time. 100. I think we were at 100. So if I go for 110, I think that captures us and lets us go around again. We've got 20 odd days until the lunar gateway situation. So I think I want to do that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go the other way. We're going to take it up to 110. 110, I think, would be a good idea. Possibly. Yeah, 110. 110. I think that'll capture. If it doesn't, we've got a craft on the surface already. No matter what we're worried about, we just fix its wheels, because technically its wheels were not broken. They were broken before we launched the thing, and I'd love to say they definitely wouldn't have broken when that heat shield hit it, but they probably would have. But we would have designed for that, I'm sure. I'd let that off. I mean, the parachutes, we would have checked that normally. I'm sure somebody would have gone, oh yeah, nylon's not a good idea. So I suppose we should let ourselves off with a little bit of, stuff and things every now and again. Right, we're going to get this thing going. I want to do that. I'm going to do that a bit more. Right. 110. I think 110 will capture. I think. Maybe 15. 17. 107. No, 110. Go 110. Go 110. Because we've got to get back out again, haven't we? Oh, we're doing freezy pause. Hello. There we go. Right. 110. And there we go. And then we'll do decouple. And then we'll go across to you. And we'll do a bit of that, a bit of that, a bit of that. Put you in retrograde. And then fire everything. And then jump square sideways. There we go. because I just want to get rid of it. Right. So this thing is ready. RCS is on, surface negative. There we go. And we're going to go for it. So we're going to timey-wimey warp, I think. How close can we get? Let's have a look. We are doing a bit of science, which is good. Let's warp to here. It's going to judder. It's going to judder so badly, isn't it? Yeah. We are getting a bit of science up, and the good thing is that we actually, yeah, we're getting some science. It's just these are long running ones when they're in space are just long running experiments. Right. What we're going to do is we're going to identify what's the sticky out one. Is that the mag? Yeah, that one. 90 days. We're gonna pull that in. Stop that. Because that is likely to do all sorts of horrible things for us. Surface analysis and surface thingy, that's invalid. So we'll just stop it. Don't want it to do anything. Yeah, stop doing your thing. Right. I think we're ready to go. This should be okay. 110. I'm hoping it's going to be okay. That's the hope. I'd like it to do a little skip jump, is what I want. We know potentially this craft has all manner of oddities to it. Now I'm just looking. So their level. So on the other craft, if you noticed, if you go put the video back, you'll find that the wheels are no longer level. And I think that's part of the collision problem. Or it might be just at my eyesight. I don't know. Yeah, it might be part of the collision problem, which I am still concerned about. I'm happy fixing the wheels. However, oh, we've lost signal. How wonderful. How brilliant. I'm assuming, you know, that Smart ASS will actually be allowed to do this because it should be able to. You know, we would have set it to automatically follow its direction of travel. It would know what it's doing. It would have at least compute. It's supposed to be able to travel across the surface. I mean, you'd expect it to be able to figure out which way was down, and which way it was going relative to down. So that's you know, I would assume it can do this. I'm wondering whether we actually deploy parachutes before we decouple the heat shield in future. That's probably the better idea, isn't it? Yeah. We'll have a look at that. Right. So we're going to go to, we've got a long way to go. Just speed it up. 260, 250, 240. Oh, it's always the waiting, isn't it? And we're always coming in on the dark side. I mean, one of these days I will plan this at re-entry to be, not re-entry, we've not left, this entry to be on the day side. It would probably be sensible to do that. Right, we're going to hit that. Now, will it allow me to stay in 4 times speed as I go across? It will, of course, because it is a physical time warp. Wonderful. Right, the RCS is going to hold us. We're going to start getting a change in stuff. There we go. We're getting a change in stuff and things now. We're going to rock it down to there. There we go. There is a bit of an offset center of mass situation going on here. You notice it's always off center a bit. I don't know if it's because the atmosphere is thicker at the bottom of the heat shield and it's just literally slightly thicker, and so it's doing that, which would be logical, I suppose. Is that something to do with gravity turns? No, I don't think it is. Gravity turns is something entirely different to do with the stuff and things. Yeah, let's see how this goes. We're going down to 110, which is where we are now. So are we achieving this? Not really. We have not done what I want to do at all. In fact, that is pretty rubbish. I'm not happy. It's almost as if it didn't have any interactions. I think this is going to be a fail. Oh dear. Guess we're going to lose a craft. Can we manually, can we just, I can't do manual either. Do a bit of that. Is that going to help us at all? Not at all. We're just going to use up our RCS really quickly if we do that. We've got loads of it, haven't we? What are we actually using? Just use vast amounts of RCS. That's the way to do it. Yeah, we're coming back out. We are not capturing. This thing's going back out into the solar system. And that is a big negative. Wow. So that 10 kilometers makes a huge difference. Wow. So I guess this one is a failed mission. Which means we have to see what happens with getting signal to the other craft. Right, this is gone. It is gone. In which case, data. I can't do anything because I've got enough signal. We'll just time warp it until we get signal. Come on, get signal. There we go. Right. Auto, get everything running that can run. Get everything running that can run. Because we might as well get a bit of data from this. If we put it in orbital velocity retrograde, we might. I don't think we have the delta V for that. Unless, of course, we get rid of that. Well, look at that. Look at the vast amount of delta V we've now got on this. It's going to be staggering, isn't it? Oof! Look at that. The thrust is unbelievable. We are actually slowing down. You know what? If I was that way inclined, I would actually leave this. This has been such a long episode to record already. I would leave this to see what happens. So maybe I will. Maybe we'll give it a moment just to see what happens. Right, using some back of the napkin math and looking at the rate of fuel fall to the delta V change and all that sort of stuff, this craft is not going to work. We cannot capture into anything like the sphere of influence. So we're gonna leave it. Just gonna leave it. It can do some science, and then we'll just discard it. It'll go off somewhere. You can see if we. Oh, I can't even get rid of that, can I? You can see that we did manage to bring down its perhaps, but it's still hugely up there. In effect, you need to bring it down to here, or you need about 2,000 meters per second, because we were so far away. So that is a no-go. Okay, that is a no-go, a fail. We have failed that one. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at Vero-1. Hello. We're going to connect to that and see what we can do. And of course, every time we come back to this craft, it jumps up in the air. So that's fun. There we go. I don't even know if it can self-right. Let's just check these wheel situation. Those are level. Those are level. Okay, so it is level. So I wonder whether the reload has actually helped it. What we can do is we can turn that on. If we got something, this thing, can you do a surface analysis? Oh, you've done it. You've done that already. We can take a sample as well. I don't know what's going on with that. Can you do stuff? You're not suitable. You are running. You're getting. Oh, look at all that lovely 20 to 30 days. That's running. We've got other stuff running. We currently don't have signal. So what we could do is just do this until we get a bit of signal. I could probably pop out here and have a look and say, where is the signal going to go? What's that one? Oh, it's because that's actually, what is that? Oh, that's I know exactly what that is. That's Lero 2, isn't it? Yes. What have we got in orbit? Why are we not seeing stuff? That there. Okay, where's stuff and things? That's Vero. What are these? Vero. Okay, where's my communication stuff? Oh, there it is. Oh, we have signal. We now have signal. Good. Right. Surface analysis, we can start that, I suppose. What have we got data-wise to download? We've got a sample there, 40. Oh, that's juicy. 173 done. Right. Let's have a look. Where's my new mission? Ooh. We need to go, where are we? Not space station, rover. Site Alpha. Can anybody see Site Alpha? Where's Site? Oh, you would be, wouldn't you? You would be. Active navigation, yeah. Oh, you utter thing and stuff. Right, that's on the other side of the planet. Okay. So, is that noise? Is it that burning? Is that what we're hearing? So, let's have a look. What have we got to do? We've got you're going to take 90 days to run, and you are fixed for the Highlands, okay, and you're going to take 90 days, and you're going to take 30. So I think we're going to set an alarm for 90 days, 90, 95 days, 90, 92, 91 days. 91 days from now. We're going to change that to get rid of that. There we go. And we're going to add that alarm. So in 90 days, we'll come back to VRO and deal with it. What we will do is, while we're here, we're going to rename the craft, because that's just going to annoy me. Where's the rename vessel? Thank you. We are now a rover. Where is rover? There we go. And we're going to change that so that it's got rid of that. Right. Now, cheat time. I'm going to go and modify the save file so that these wheels work, because I'm sure that, you know what, they would have probably broken, I know, when the heat shield smashed into them, but let's just assume that that didn't happen. They wouldn't have been broken before then. Okay, that's the weird glitch we've got with these wheels on any of our launch vehicles. Inside a fairing, it seems to cause them to break, and it's possibly because of the version that we're working on. I don't know. So I'm going to go where edit the save file to fix that. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that as well. So next episode, we've got the Lunar Gateway. The crew's going to come back. We've got Luro, we'll just do some other time, and we've got the Muro craft, which I should really rename. We're going to get the Muro craft, which we're going to deal with, and Vero, and the resupply mission. Lots of stuff and things to do. This was a slow and tedious episode, and I don't even know how long it is. It just feels as though for me, it's taken me hours. So from me and our special craft, until next time, have a great one.